One of the biggest mistakes a lot of guys make, especially in their 20s, early 20s more specifically, is they try and live a lifestyle that they can't really afford. They do it prematurely to impress others, which is really the main reason, if we're keeping it honest. And the reason why I believe that is because I was once that guy. Buying things that I couldn't afford for the sake of giving off this impression that I'm doing better than I actually was. Now look, in the moment when you buy some really expensive clothes or you finance a car, the first day you have it, you feel euphoric. But what you're not bearing in mind is that circumstances change. And you don't have the cash flow to comfortably afford those monthly payments. If we're talking about the car, for example, if you're 21 years old, you have no business financing a car for 500, 600, 700 a month. That's just absolutely reckless. And I've been there. You look at social media and you think that everybody is killing it and you're the only one. So you want to join in on the fun. You also want to flaunt your financed BMW on Instagram. You want to impress the ladies. Now look, there's nothing wrong with enjoying nice things in life. And I would certainly say that you shouldn't hold on to your money forever. I mean, being too fearful of spending it is a problem in of itself. I don't agree with the hoarding mentality, just keeping it in a bank account. Nah, enjoy your money, absolutely. But what you want, especially in your 20s, is to be able to go on the offense, on the attack, when an opportunity comes your way. When you're drowning in monthly payments, you're suffocated. You can't do anything. Even when an opportunity arises where you can invest some money and make some potentially really good returns, you can't do anything. And then you're one engine problem away from absolute chaos and catastrophe, from your car being repossessed. Look, I get it. You want those things. And I'm not saying you can't have them. But you must be okay with delaying your gratification. It will serve you well, believe me. It's a much better feeling paying for something when you know you've got the money for it. Now look, financing is an option, and it's how most cars are purchased these days. And I'm not saying wait until you get to a point where you can buy an 80 grand car cash, because even that isn't really sensible. But if you're in your 20s, get a car cash, pay for it, and now you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about those monthly lease payments or those finance payments. At least up until the point to where you have a stable career. When I say stable, yes, not every job is guaranteed, but you have a path that you've identified, that you're now actively working on. If you're confused as to what you want to do and you're bouncing from job to job like I was in my early 20s, because I didn't go to university, and so I thought, okay, I need to figure my life out. What do I do? So I jumped from one restaurant job to a factory job to a customer service job. I was everywhere. And that's when I made the stupid mistake of financing a BMW, because I didn't have a path that I could firmly stand on and say, you know what, this is where I'm heading. And so it was a reckless decision on my part. So delay gratification, be okay with it. You don't want to be nervous every transaction you make. Oh my God, this better go through, hopefully. Nah, because I'll tell you what, that gratification, that instant gratification that you get from buying those things will wear off. And now you're stuck with having to deal with the payments. And look, somebody might look at your car and be like, whoa, that's a nice car. And then that's it. They'll forget about it. They'll go home and they'll spend time with their family. And then there you are. You're dealing with the monthly payments. So delay gratification. Don't prevent yourself from enjoying these things now. Because what good is having 10 mil in the bank if you're not spending it? Spend it. At some point, buy a Lamborghini. Especially if you're a petrol head like me. I love cars. I love a nice, naturally aspirated V12 or the rumble of a V8. Of course I do. And when I get those things, it won't just be because other people will appreciate it. I mean, it's always a factor, right? And I believe that there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. You know, you want to be able to inspire an 8-year-old who's watching your yellow Lamborghini drive by. You know, inspire that kid. And if you ever have the opportunity to, you know, allow somebody to sit in your car, let them visualize it as well for them. It's good. You know, be a good person when you get money. Don't be snobby and, hey, back off, you know, whenever somebody wants to take a picture or anything. Nah. You don't buy a Lamborghini and not expect somebody to take a picture. Obviously, if somebody's leaning against your car, sitting on it, that's a different story, right? So look, don't prevent yourself from enjoying the finer things in life, but delay gratification, because you need to utilize your 20s to go on the attack. Opportunities will come your way, and you need to take advantage of them. Not every opportunity will work out in the way that you expected it to, and that's okay. But you need to be taking as much risk as possible. You know, as Gary Vee will say, eat shit, you know, live with a couple of friends. Start thinking about what you want to do on the side, and invest money into different businesses, different avenues, and see where it takes you. And then once you start doing well and money starts coming in, treat yourself from time to time. Absolutely. Okay? So I just wanted to really talk about this because I feel like it's not discussed enough. Everybody's trying to live a life that they can't afford. And they are enslaved to the banks, to the loan companies. So they're not really enjoying the car like they would have done had they purchased it cash, or the clothes, or, I mean, now you can finance clothes, you can finance food, holidays, flights. Everything is on finance these days. And it adds up. If you're not careful, you'll drown. So delay gratification, be okay with it. Things like flights, holidays, cash. Put yourself in that state of mind. If you have to finance a flight, then you shouldn't be going on holiday, in my books. You shouldn't. Because you're going to be on holiday thinking of how you're going to repay the flight. It's just too much stress. Get the money up. Okay, your biggest problem right now is probably the fact that your income isn't as high as you want it to be. Focus on that problem. Get your income up, and then you'll be able to pay for those things in cash. And don't reward yourself too soon. Why are you rewarding yourself if you're broke? If you're already struggling on a few payments, why are you getting another loan out? Don't make sense. It's goofy. It's stupid. All right. So I hope this video has provided you with some value. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like, comment, let me know what you think down below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next one.